with the allegations coming in of Ezra Miller potentially grooming a 12-year-old girl, things have gone far more serious than ever. Now, I've said this on the channel for a month or so, ever since that TikTok incident happened with Mia Salanji, whatever. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. I don't know. But ever since that came out and I made a video on it, that video went viral. I had decided I'm going to step down from the Ezra Miller hate train because I've talked too much about the Ezra Miller situation. To me, I just don't. I feel like I'm unqualified to talk about it because I don't know the full hard on evidence. But this video will not be talking about the grooming incident that happened yesterday for the last 2 days. There's been so much that has come out about that situation that honestly, I feel like it would be I feel like it would be unsafe of me to even talk about it. In fact, I even regret that video on the Mia Solange stuff. Even though if she said was true, which we don't even know exactly what she was trying to tell us. From what she implied that it was mental abuse and all that, physical possibly, I don't know, but she never really went in depth as to what Ezra did or anything, and we don't really know what exactly she was trying to claim Ezra did. I do regret that video because we didn't have hard on evidence, even though that video went viral and it caused me to become the Ezra Miller channel for a while. And a lot of people believe I hate Ezra Miller. I actually love Ezra Miller's Flash, but the important thing is right now we're going to talk about how does this affect the Flash movie? How does it affect it? Does this mean they're going to delay the movie? Does this mean, like, what's the situation? What is the situation they have at their hands right now? And so I decided I'm going to make this presentation talking about the Ezra situation. What could Warner Bros. Do? And look, I'm not going to talk about the group because we have to remember this recent allegation isn't just, oh, he accidentally slapped, or not he, my bad, they accidentally slapped me, or oh, they called me a racial slur. Oh, it's not like that. It's literal actual grooming a minor allegations. A 12-year-old girl. So that, to me, I feel like as an adult, as somebody who's a small YouTube channel, my job is not to talk about TMZ drama. My job is just to talk about movies. I feel like it is unsafe for me to even go into the situation without evidence. I feel like I'm unqualified. I'm unqualified. I have my opinions on it, but I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about how does this affect the Flash movie overall, because this is a channel where we talk about movies. And sadly, this is affecting the movies. Although, let's be honest, the Flash movie is the least important thing about this whole situation. So I'm going to go in depth as to the situation Ezra is in, and then see what Warner Bros. Can do, what's going to happen. But let me just say this real quick before I get into it. I am not saying that all the Ezra stuff is true. I've never said that. I've always said these are allegations. The only one, there's been very few actual evidence, but like I've said in the past, if the things are true about Ezra, then Ezra's a piece of shit and doesn't deserve to have a job anymore. Especially the grooming stuff. If you groomed a minor, there's no coming back from that. Because I've always been in the belief that if you dare even harm a child, yeah, you can fuck off. You can go die. You can go jump off a cliff. All right, go commit toaster bath if you did groom a child. I don't give a shit. I've said that about EDP. I've said that about R. Kelly. And if the Ezra Miller situation is true, I will not hesitate to make videos calling out Ezra and calling for their career to be over. I will not hesitate if it's all true. But again, I'm a little suspicious about the story because, yeah, even the parents, like I was wondering, like, wait, the parents allowed this to happen? How allowed a 12-year-old to hang out with a 20-year-old and all that? I don't know. But, I won't even get into that. I won't get into that. We're going to go into how this affects the Flash movie. Now, let's quickly sum up. This is quickly summing it up. This is barely even going in depth as to the situation, but there were multiple incidents in Hawaii. There's multiple incidents in Hawaii. There's a lot, including things like assault. And then there was grooming. These are the biggest allegations as of yet, and that's not even up for debate. Grooming of minor allegations. And of course, here's a couple of assault allegations. And I am going to bring this up, but they are not an A-list star in Hollywood. In Hollywood, even if you make a small little fractional mistake, if you're not an A-lister, you're probably not going to be given the benefit of the doubt. And Ezra's really only known for The Flash and Fantastic Beasts. They are not at the level of like a Dwayne Johnson or Vin Diesel. So really, Hollywood is. I'm guarantee you, Hollywood is not going to give a shit. They're not going to risk it for Ezra. Like they'll risk it for some actors, but very few. You have to be like at the peak, at the A-list category, which not many actors are in. But this is the Ezra Miller situation. There's been serious allegations. It's not just one allegation. There are multiple allegations. So we have to keep that in mind. But now the question is, what should Warner Bros. Do? I'm going to provide some options, and then I'll go into depth as to what I think is going to happen and what I honestly think could happen. So what should Warner Bros. Do? Here's some options. They could recast them. The problem with recasting is that means you would have to reshoot the entire movie. You would have to reshoot the entire movie because Ezra is not just some small side character like they were in Fantastic Beasts. No, they are literally the Flash. The name of the movie is The Flash. Ezra Miller's going to be the face of it. It's like Man of Steel without Henry Cavill. How the hell do you do that? How do you do that? They are the face of the movie. How recasting them? I will say this right now. Even if we have no answers on these allegations or anything, I do believe they are going to go with recasting Flash after the Flash comes out. I do think they're going to recast Ezra, and in a business sense, I understand why. Because even if these allegations don't come out to be true, or not just to be true, but let's say we don't get an answer or anything like that, although there's a court date for early July, mid-July, I forgot, but even if we don't get any answers, I don't think Warner Bros. Wants to risk it anymore because they become a liability. And I know everyone's going to say, Isaac, you're being selfish. No, hold on. I believe Ezra's being selfish, if everything's true. Even if the grooming stuff isn't true, but everything else is true, Ezra's being selfish because movies are not just one actor and then that's it. No, it's multiple producers. There's multiple people working behind the scenes, the other actors playing. To me, I support more those people keeping their jobs than Ezra getting another job. I'm going to say that straight up because a lot of people in Hollywood are working paycheck from paycheck. I mean, not all, of course, not the $1 million producers and all that, but there's a lot of people in Hollywood that work paycheck for paycheck, and I'm gonna go support them. It's actually why I'm not boycotting the Flash because I'm gonna support their hard work, and not only that, but I've been a Flash fan forever, and I'm not gonna let Ezra Miller ruin that for me. But it would be stupid for them to recast an actor and just reshoot the entire movie because this isn't just some small indie movie. I mean, they could have done it. Like, let's say Joaquin Phoenix got into this situation. They could have done it for the Joker because that movie ended up making a fucking billion. But, and for a cheap amount of money. But this isn't a cheap movie. This is almost $200 million. Probably $200 million. I don't know. That's a lot of money. And there's no guarantee whether this movie is going to succeed at the box office or not. But the other option is CGI their face out. We're still not at that level when it comes to technology. Sure, we had Luke Skywalker show up in Book of Boba Fett and Mandalorian Season 2, but that was only for a short amount of time. And even then, in Mandalorian, which came out a year ago, even in that episode, Luke Skywalker didn't look to pure perfection. They kind of looked a little weird. So CGIing their face, it would look like a monstrosity. It wouldn't look real, especially because Ezra is the main character. Not just the main character, but they also play a side character in this movie. So they're going to two roles. And the other one is reshoot their entire face out. Now, this is actually one that my good friend, the CJH from the CJH podcast, he gave me this idea of it's the next one. My bad. But reshoot their entire face out. Meaning that you only go back, do the scenes with Ezra, and just get an actor. That would also look wonky, kind of like the face one. But this one is from the CJH gave me this one. He said, edit out all of Ezra's scenes and make it a Keaton Batman movie. To me, the problem with that is because, first of all, we don't know what exactly the movie's going to be. And even from the leaks, it seems like the point of Keaton being there is Barry shows up in that universe, and most of the scenes they are interacting. So I find it difficult that they'd be able to just edit down a movie that's about Keaton's Batman, like a Keaton Batman sequel. I find it difficult. And also, it'd be a Frankenstein of a movie. It'd be far worse than Justice League 2017. Far worse. far, far worse. It would be a Frankenstein. All right? It would be a Frankenstein. It wouldn't be a movie anymore. That would just be, I don't know what to even consider it. And then this last one, I would say it's the stupidest option, but it's don't release the movie and keep it hiding forever. Problem with that is the movie already cost $200 million. You just be throwing all that money away. And even I, somebody who's been very against Ezra Miller, even I'll say this right now straight up. If I'm Warner Brothers, I'm making money from this. I'm making money from this. I need to go pay. I gotta go pay that child support. I gotta go pay them bills. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding about child support, but I gotta go pay them bills. I'm not gonna let one stupid actor prevent me from making money, and that's not selfish because again, this movie is not made by Ezra. This movie is not solely the sole purpose for existing is Ezra. This movie has hundreds, up to maybe even thousands of people working on it. I'm not going to be a selfish asshole and just say, oh, because Ezra has some issues, we won't. It's like, no, you have to release it. You got to make that money. I'm in the belief that you got to go get the bag. You got to get the bag. And for those people saying, oh, but that's not morally right. Really? They didn't choose for Ezra to do all that. That was Ezra's fault. That's Ezra's situation. Like I said, I didn't put Warner Bros. Situation. I put Ezra's situation because Warner Bros. Didn't tell Ezra what to do. I do think they're at fault in a way for not handling that situation. The first one that came out 2 years ago when Ezra Miller assaulted a woman on camera. And by the way, I'm going to say this real quick. Stop telling me, oh, but it looked fake. Oh, yeah. And I'm saying this too. I did look fake. But because we don't know the 100% facts, I'm still going to say, hey, we have this footage of them choke slamming a woman to the ground. Why did we never get a response? If it was fake, wouldn't it be easy to just say, oh, guys, it was just a joke. It was just a prank. It's a fake little skit we did. You would think that would be the easy situation. But no, they hid it. They kept it under the rug. And for those people saying, oh, but the woman never came out, I feel like it's kind of obvious that Warner Bros. Kind of paid her off just to shh. Again, I don't know the evidence, but still. But that was Warner Bros. Fault right there. Everything else was not Warner Bros. Fault. They didn't pay Ezra to do all this bullshit. So I would say even if Ezra murdered 3 people, I would still release this movie. I mean, maybe I'd delay it or something like that. And there was somebody who gave me the option of, oh, they could just delay the movie. I mean, as of now, the movie is not out until over a year. I think the movie comes out in June or July of next year, so there really is no point in delaying it as of now. But anyways, the next option is not promoting Ezra in trailers, posters, and etc. Now, this means what I mean by this is keep the movie the same exact way it is, just that when you release posters, trailers, commercials, just kind of hide Ezra. Now, from what we heard in the CinemaCon, because at CinemaCon they saw a teaser trailer for it, apparently in the CinemaCon trailer, they didn't show much of Ezra. They showed mainly Michael Keaton's Batman. My assumption is because of the Ezra situation, they are going to hide. They're going to hide Ezra a lot. And so there is the idea that you release the movie, but for the promotional material, you hide Ezra as much as you can, which is going to still be very difficult. Almost impossible, I would even say. Because, again, Ezra is the face of the movie. They are the face of the movie. I mean, look at this image again. They are the face of the movie. 2 faces, actually. You see it right there. So, that's one option. Another one is no marketing, just release it. And by this, I mean theatrical. You save money from marketing because this movie is already expensive. The problem you will have is this movie is going to make less in the box office because movies do rely on promotional material, trailers, and everything to get the general audience to go. Because there are some people who they'll see a trailer for a movie and think, holy crap, this looks good. I'm going to go watch it. Or a commercial or something like that. Maybe even McDonald's Happy Meal toys and they're like, hey, you know what? I got to go watch it. I mean, Jurassic World Dominion, it's getting that. It's going to that level. But that's an option right there. No marketing, just boom, release it. Just release it. they are going to lose a lot of money from that, but at least they'd still make money, and then they could. The other option is similar but a little different. Just put it straight to HBO Max. Um, Streaming movies never. So there's a difference between theatrical movies and streaming movies. Theatrical movies have this big buzz and excitement for it. Even movies that didn't make that much in the box office, like Everything Everywhere all at Once, The Northman, because there's that theatrical experience. Excuse me, that still exists within society and within pop culture, where when you think of a theatrical movie, you think this big movie that you have to go watch. When you think of a streaming movie, you kind of just think of it as, oh really? Huh, I didn't know. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't even know. I mean, how many people talked about Kimmy? No one did, right? Kimmy was I believe it was straight to HBO Max. No one talked about it. No one gave a shit about it. There's been many movies that come out, even sometimes movies that came out both theatrical and streaming, like Ray and the Last Dragon it didn't get that much popularity because it was it felt like a streaming movie. Even Tom and Jerry, to an extent, that Tom and Jerry movie felt like shit because it was a streaming movie. It was originally a theatrical movie, and that movie was shit even regardless whether or not you watched, whether or not it was streaming or not. But because it went to streaming, it kind of lost that pizzazz. I would even say to an extent Matrix Resurrections went through that. So the benefit of that is less people talk about it, meaning that you could, release it, make a little bit of money, maybe get some subscription on HBO Max, and then, just shh. And then the next one. This one is the most likely one. And honestly, if I'm a Warner Bros. Executive, I'd probably do this. I won't even deny it. But it's shh, don't talk about Ezra and act as if nothing happened. Which, as of now, that's what they're doing. They've never responded to anything. I doubt they're going to respond to the grooming allegations. I've been saying this before. Warner Bros. Never responding to this just shows how much of a group of cowards they are. But they're probably going to do this. Now, I don't think they're going to fire Ezra before the movie comes out. Unless they did something like if the grooming stuff is true, if they genuinely did something like to the levels of the allegations that came out a couple days ago. Yeah, they're probably going to get fired before the Flash movie. But as of now, they're not. Which I understand. I do the same. I would fire Ezra after, so that way I make that money, I make that cheddar, I make that bag, and then I move on. But these are some options. You guys let me know in the comments. What are the options? I hear some people saying, oh, they could just at the end say Multiverse, and then a different actor. Yay! I mean, I don't think you even have to explain recasting the next movie. Recasting's normal in movies, so no one gives a shit about it. Some people saying, oh, why don't just turn it into a Wally West movie? I mean, that would make no sense. I mean, because that would also go back to reshooting the entire movie, which would be a Frankenstein. It would be a Frankenstein movie. So those options don't make sense to me. But hey, you guys let me know in the comments. But one question I have to point out is David Zazlov, of course we know, the Warner Bros. Discovery merger came in, and Zazlov inherited this. Zazlov had nothing to do with Ezra Miller, or at least the Ezra Miller situation. So now the question is, how will David Zazlov react to all of this? What will the great mighty acts of Zazlov do? Because they've inherited this. My thoughts as to what Zaslav's doing right now is he's waiting for, just like everyone else, except he has far more information than us. Zazlov has been probably speaking to Ezra Miller's camp, their agents, their PR management, everything, and saying, hey, we got to get this under control, man. We got to because we got to make that money from the Flash movie. Honestly, I don't know how besides maybe firing Ezra, I don't know how Zazlov can play a part of this, because Zazlov inherited this mess. He didn't choose to be in it. I mean, he chose to buy Warner Bros., but he didn't choose, or I'm messing that up, but he didn't choose to be a part of the Ezra situation. When he inherited Warner Brothers, he didn't choose for this to happen. So, but the question has to be said. Zazlov, who's clearly a very mature, very business professional man, believes in saving money, You know, how will he react to an actor potentially costing them money? That's honestly a serious question. I know a lot of people are going to tell me, Isaac, you're being very inhumane because you're more talking about the business aspect. Well, guess what? The business aspect is there regardless of whether or not we call it moral or not. It's still there. We can't sweep it under the rug. But what can they do? What can they do? And by the way, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate regardless. Because when I made those videos on Ezra, everyone was saying, "Oh, you believe in cancel culture. Oh, you don't believe in with process. You don't believe in innocent until proven guilty. You don't believe." Oh, no, I believe in all that, and I've clarified in each video saying, "Hey, Ezra Miller. At the end of the day, I hope Ezra Miller is innocent. I hope Ezra Miller gets. I really hope that Ezra comes out to be innocent." Because you never want a child to be groomed. And again, I've not talked about this situation. All I've said is, if this comes out to be true, I will not hesitate to attempt to end Ezra's career. I will not hesitate. Even if it causes my channel be deplatformed, I will not hesitate if it's true. Which is why I'm not titling this video Ezra Miller Grooms Child. No, I'm titling What Can They Do Now? Where do they go now with the Flash movie? What will happen? So, before anyone says, "Oh, Isaac, you hate Ezra." No, I don't hate Ezra. I don't even know Ezra personally. I've never spoken to Ezra. But, can I say this? I am not canceling Ezra, nor have I ever tried. All I've said is, the information that I've seen, which we've all seen, the public information, it doesn't look good, and I gave my thoughts on it. That's as simple as it is. Stop blaming everything on fucking cancel culture. These are allegations about a man potentially grooming a child. And yet you want to blame fucking cancel culture for it. No, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Okay? Just shut the fuck up. If people want to give their thoughts on it, suck it up, buttercup. Okay? I'm so sick and tired of the shit I've received for daring to even speak on the Ezra Miller situation. I'm so sick and tired of it. And yes, I believe in due process. I believe in innocent until proven guilty. But again, I'm only going based off information I'm given, which is what everyone fucking does anyways. Everyone fucking does that. When the Johnny Depp Amber Heard shit happened, that's what went on. That's what everyone was like, making assumptions. Even before the clip, that infamous clip that Amber released about her clearly being the abusive one. Even before that, everyone judged. Everyone judges everything. It's like movie trailers. You look at a movie trailer and you judge it. You give your opinion on it. And I gave my opinion. And I even make sure to clarify in each video, hey, nothing is factual as of yet. Nothing is proven 100%. We do not know the full facts. And I kept saying that, but yet everyone kept saying, "Oh, you're trying to cancel Ezra. You're trying to cancel. Man, you're trying to take away." Someone literally fucking messaged me saying, "Oh, you're trying to take this man's livelihood for a bar fight." I was like, no, there's literal assault and everything. And it's not like I'm trying to take it away. I'm holding accountability. I'm holding accountability. I believe in accountability over entertainment. Clearly, some of you guys don't. And I'm not saying you have to talk about this, but if you're getting mad at someone for daring to say, "Hey, if this is true, then Ezra's a piece of shit." If you're getting mad at me for saying that, then honestly, you gotta prioritize your morals. You gotta prioritize something. And again, this video isn't me saying Ezra's guilty. No, I've not even said that in the video. I've said if Ezra's guilty, then he can go fuck off. If they are innocent, cool. We're back. We're back on track. And I'll even make a video saying, "Hey, you know what? I apologize to Ezra. I apologize to Ezra," and all this. Also, I realized the light came on, but the sun, I mean. And I've said that from the beginning. I want this movie to succeed. I literally have I think you can see it a little bit right there, a Flash McFarlane figure, and it's Ezra Miller's Flash. Right there. You can see like the red. They are in the poster back there. So why the fuck does everyone think I just hate Ezra? Everyone makes it sound like I hate Ezra just because he fucked my girlfriend or something like that. Or I apologize. Or something like that. They make it sound like that. That's not the case. That's not the scenario we're in. These are quite literal serious scenarios, and this one's far more serious than ever. This last one is far more serious. It's far more serious. And the fact that most of these people give more shit towards people asking the questions rather than Ezra actually concerns me. It actually genuinely concerns me. And I've actually even heard rumors that apparently a lot of Ezra stans are going to go out attacking people. I mean, I've already had that. I've had literal messages telling me to kill myself just because I dare to even talk about it. And hey, look, let me talk to the Ezra stans right now, Ezra fans right now. I am an Ezra Miller fan, at least when it comes to movies. I don't know how Ezra acts outside of the movies, but when it comes to The Flash, I love Ezra Miller's Flash. And my favorite movie of all time, Zack Snyder's Justice League. And if a lot of you guys want to cancel me, go ahead. Go look at my Instagram. If you go find old stuff on my Instagram, I guarantee you there's something that can cancel me because I don't give a shit. You guys are literally going with the opposite. You're literally doing the thing you claim to hate me for, which is cancel culture. And if a lot of you Ezra Miller fans want to attack me, go ahead. Do it. But just remind you, I'm quite literally just saying, if this is true, then Ezra Miller is a piece of shit. Do you not agree? And there's even been some people who are on YouTube. There are some people who have been talking to Ezra Miller's PR team or even Ezra and have been saying, well, we know information y'all don't. And that honestly quite pisses me off. And this goes overall in general with scoopers or anything. But it honestly pisses me off. Like, I remember everyone was making this about mental health like a month ago saying, well, Ezra's going through a tough time. And look, I agree. Mental health. I'm someone who's a very vocal. I've even been talking about how toxic masculinity is the problem with men, because a lot of men are too afraid to share their emotions because we've been told, including me, I grew up in a very traditional household, we've been told that men are not allowed to cry nor show feelings, which is why a lot of times men commit the bigger problems in this world. When you hear murders, when you hear rape, when you hear all that, guess who commits them? Men. Wars, genocides, everything. Men. I think a lot of it stems from toxic masculinity. Too many people care more about having a giant penis size rather than their morals. And I think this applies to Ezra in a way. And I just hate how many people were making this about, oh, you don't care about Ezra's mental health. No, I do care. But I also care about the victims. I also care about the people who got assaulted. I care about them because they are the real victims. If everything's true, again, let me clarify this. If. But now with the grooming situation, that's no longer about mental health. You're putting a child in harm. You're putting a child in a dangerous situation. I know there was a clip of that girl who's now 18 coming out, clarifying things and all that, which is why, again, I'm hesitant. I don't know. Again, I actually believe that the parents are lying. That's actually a little bit of my opinion, actually. I think there's a chance that the parents are lying. I think there's a actual 50-50. So I don't know, flip a coin. I don't know what the true answer. The court isn't until July, so I really have no. That's why I'm not titling the video that. But I'm going to speak on this for those Ezra Miller fans. And again, I've been attacked by Ezra Miller fans many times. Again, what's more important? Some loser fucking Mexican commenting on assault and grooming allegations, or actual literal grooming allegations? What's more important? And it honestly pissed me off. And I've been on many rant videos. I've been in many rant videos talking about this. This isn't nothing anymore. This is literally a grooming of a minor. This is big. This is big. Maybe the parents are transphobic. I don't know. I don't really know. But again, this is why I hesitate to even talk about this allegation. That's why I made this video mainly about the Flash movie itself. And again, either way, these are serious allegations. Even the past allegations were pretty serious. Again, I care more about accountability over entertainment. But that's just my 2 cents on nonsense. I don't give a shit. But if you're mad at people for commenting against Ezra, I just have to question your morals. I have to question why you do. I believe in due process. And again, I hope somebody clip this out for me, please. I hope Ezra Miller's innocent with everything. I hope. But until that happens, I don't know. And before anyone says, give them the benefit of the doubt. Sorry, there's just been too much that has come out. Too much. it starts getting concerning, right? So I don't know. You don't know. I don't know. All I'm hoping for is Ezra is in the right. I hope Ezra's innocent. I hope this just comes out to be one big hiccup, one big weird scenario. That's what I'm hoping for. But anyways, that's it for my video. Sorry if it was over time, 30 minutes. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this situation? What do you think is going to happen with the Flash movie? What should Warner Brothers do? Whatever it is, please let us know in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.